It's raining since the morning. The sky is crying like my heart. I still couldn't believe my Y or end is gone. I didn't want it to leave her. I wanted to stay by her side. But my dad and cousin brother forcefully dragged me away from her. Dad made me take shower. They cut my hair and beards and make me wear black clothes. I didn't said anything. I let them do whatever they were doing. I just want them to do their work fast so that I can go to my Y or N. They made me sit on the car, and after, I don't know how much time it takes, but the car finally stops in front of the graveyard. Last time I came here with my YN, she cried in my arms. She was so close to me that time. They helped me to get out of from car and took me somewhere. There she is, my love, my Y or N. She's peacefully sleeping, holding a bouquet of white flowers. She's wearing the dress I choose for her that day. I never saw angels, but I know they can't be more beautiful than my Y or N. I sit beside her and hold her cheeks. Her cheeks were cold as ice. Is she's feeling cold? I was staring at her peaceful face from I don't how long. But then some men makes me get up from beside her and started taking my Y or N somewhere. It took me few moments to understand where they're taking her. They're taking my Y or N inside the grave. But there's darkness inside. I quickly run towards Y or N to stop them. Taehyung, don't take her inside, she doesn't like darkness. All of them looked at me weirdly. Some guys started dragging me away from my Y or N, and some were taking her inside the grave. Taehyung, I said don't take her inside, she doesn't like darkness. But they didn't listen me. They take her inside the dark grave. Taehyung, hey stop please. I'm telling you she's afraid of darkness. At least leave me, we'll stay with her inside the dark grave, then she won't be afraid anymore. Leave please. I screamed a lot, but they didn't hear me. They take my Y or N away from me. Now, how will I leave without her? Suddenly, my gaze fall on a side of the graveyard. There she is, my Y or N. She's standing under a tree. She's smiling brightly. She's looking happy, very happy. Y or N waved at me and slowly fades away in the thin air. But then, heard a whisper in my ear, don't worry about me, it's not dark inside here. I was laying on the bed. I look at my side where she used to sleep. It's empty now. I caressed her pillow. Taehyung, why did you give me such big punishment? I looked around the room. Our room. Here, we used to live together. She used to sleep in my chest like a kitty. I used to hug her so close to my heart. So many memories of her were playing in my mind. I looked at the floor. I saw myself beating my Y or N mercilessly there. Taehyung, don't hurt her you jerk. I run to them to stop, but they faded. I again sit on the bed. The first 6 months of our marriage was a hell for my wife, and I was the devil of that hell. I rubbed my face. I fall back on the bed. I need her in my arms. I want to feel her warmth. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my head. I look up and saw my love. She's caressing my ears. Taehyung. YN. YN. Shh. Don't talk, you need sleep. She whispered, and I started feeling very sleepy. Soon I fall asleep. Next day, I wake up and couldn't find Y or N beside me. I understood I was dreaming about her. Some tears fall from my eyes. I sign and walk downstairs. I saw my YNs is cooking in the kitchen. I run towards her to hug her, but she faded. 3 days have been passed. Mom, Dad stopped talking with me after they got to know about my behavior with Y or N at the past. But last night, Mom came to visit me. Mom said she'll never forgive me for what I did to my wife, but she couldn't even abandon me cause I'm her child. And a mother cannot abandon her child no matter how bad they are. She even cooked for me before living. I didn't even go to office. I'm now lonely in this dark house which used to be a home for me and my wife. I sometimes saw Y or N around me like at night. When I woke up, I found her sitting beside me. Sometimes I saw her in my dreams. But still I miss her. I miss her so much. Her smile, her laugh, her hugs. I missed everything. I can't take it anymore. I need to see her. I take the knife in my hand and pressed it against my wrist. Taehyung, my love, this hand hurted you so much. I won't keep this hand anyone. I make a deep cut on my wrist. I saw dark red liquid coming out from the cut, which makes me satisfied. But that wasn't enough. I make another cut, then another and another. I looked at my hands, which has uncountable cuts. I started laughing loudly. The floor, the walls, everything is red now, which is making me laugh more. The dark red color started getting more darker, and at a time, it become black. Everything is black now. I opened my eyes and found myself in hospital. A bag of blood is hanging over my head, which is supplying blood in my veins. I saw my mom crying near me. Dad was also there. There is another person who's present here. She's standing at the corner of the room with sad eyes. I smile at her. She's my YN mom. What have you done to yourself, Taehyung? Doctor said you've cut veins on your wrist. You'll be never able to move your hands again. After hearing mom, I tried to move my hands, but I failed. I started laughing, making my parents look at me weirdly. Taehyung, good, very good. I don't need those hands anyway. I hurted my Y or N with those hands, they needed to be destroyed. Right, YN. I looked at Y or N, but she doesn't respond. She's still standing there sadly. Taehyung, why are you sad, my love? Look, I even destroyed my dirty hands. Mom, Taehyung, with whom you're talking? Taehyung, I'm talking to my wife, Mom. Mom, your wife? Taehyung, yes. My YN mom. Taehyung, she's dead. Taehyung, no, she's not dead. She come back. She come back for me. After you all left her in the dark grave, my Y or N come back to me. They said I'm mentally ill. I'm psycho. Just because I talked to my wife, they called me psycho. It's their fault that they couldn't see her. What can I do in this? They are very bad. They make us leave our home and bring me in this scary place. Here, scary doctors and nurses roam around. They tie my legs with chain. They hurt a lot. The doctors give me electric shock sometimes, which hurt like hell. I scream a lot, but they didn't listen to me. But still, I was happy cause my Y or N was with me. But I didn't see her since last 2 weeks. After they give me a weird electric shock in my head, she stopped coming. Is she angry with me? I look around the room in a hope to see her. Suddenly, the door open and the bad guys walk in. Nurse, let's go, it's time for your treatment. Taehyung, no, I don't want to go there. But they didn't listen to me and take me to that dark scary room. Again, they started giving me unbearable pain. I was screaming my lungs out. After sometimes they stopped and take me back to the small room. My head was hurting badly. Everything was blurry, but suddenly, I saw a white ray, and someone is coming out from the ray. The room filled with a very familiar fragrance. I know the smell. It's my Y or N. She's back. And I know this time I'm not hallucinating. My time has come. I'm totally fine now. All my pain vanish. She came very close to me. Y or N. Hey hubby. Taehyung. Hey wifey. Y or N. How are you? Taehyung. Miserable. Y or N. You've suffered a lot, my love. I come here to take you. Taehyung. Take me with you. I don't want to live without you anymore. She smiled and placed her soft hand on my head. I felt peace after so many days. I was looking at my parents, sister and relatives who were crying for me. Everybody is crying in my death. But who cried in my pain? No one. They just left me alone on that mental asylum. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my hand. I look at my side and saw YN, time to go. I nodded and we went to the world where time never move. Just me and her. No hate, no pain, no crying, no loneliness.